Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You're too kind. I have a couple of things to share with you today, and I'm going to ask you a big favor. Here's the share. The share is easy. We got our economic report this morning. The economy is growing at 3%, and that's what we told them. Trump policies are working. Lower tax rates, deregulation, trade reform, energy opening, conservative judges, foreign policy strength. Blue-collar workers are booming for the first time. I think the highest employment of blue-collar workers since the Reagan 80s, when I was working for President Reagan. Small businesses are booming. Wages are rising. 3% growth as far as the eye can see. It's the hottest economy of the world, and I'll let the ankle biters just bite our ankles, okay? I'm so tired of it. Now, here's my plea. We have to preserve and build on the policies and the successes. We have to maintain a strong and prosperous America. In short, we have to keep America great. Here's the problem. Our opponents are proposing to overturn America's success and its greatness. It's crazy stuff. I've been around a while. I suppose nothing should surprise me. High taxes, healthcare takeover, impoverished, poverty traps, socialism. So I'm going to come to you today with a request, really with a plea. And stay with me on this. I need your help. I want you, everybody in this room, and your friends, and your neighbors, I want you to put socialism on trial. That's what I'm asking you to do today. I don't want us to stand idly by. I don't want to let this stuff fester. I want it challenged. I want it debated. I want it rebutted. And I want to convict socialism. That's what I want to do. President Trump has already started this leadership. Let me read you or remind you of a couple of passages. In the State of the Union message, and I'll quote, "Here in the United States, we are alarmed by new calls to adopt socialism in our country. America was founded on liberty and independence, not government coercion or domination or control. We are born free and we will stay free. And tonight we renew our resolve that America will never be a socialist country." That's from the State of the Union. In Miami, a week or two ago, President Trump said, "Socialism promises prosperity, but it delivers poverty. Socialism promises unity, but it delivers hatred and it delivers division. Socialism promises a better future, but it always returns to the darkest chapters of the past. It never fails. It always happens." I ask you to join President Trump and me and the rest to put socialism on trial and convict it. Tax the rich, tax wealth. Wealthy, successful people don't pay their fair share. I'm hearing that again. I thought I put that to bed 30 years ago when I was around here last time. Wrong. So some facts. The top 1% of income earners actually pay about 40% of all the taxes. 1% pays 40%. The top 10% pays nearly 70%. The bottom 50% pays 3%. So who pays the taxes? Successful people, men and women, entrepreneurs, already shoulder the biggest burden. Don't let this tax fairness debate go by. Use some numbers. The Green New Deal would literally destroy the economy. Literally. It would knock out energy, transportation, airlines, jobs, businesses. We'd probably lose 10 to 15% of our GDP. It's remarkable. But that's what our opponents and critics are saying. Universal health care, ending private insurance. You know, 180 million Americans use private insurance. That would be gone under some of these crazy ideas. Probably costs about $35, $40 trillion. Guaranteed jobs for even those who don't want to work. Probably cost about $45 trillion. I'm using the American Action Forum numbers. All in, my pal Holtz-Eakin says maybe $75 trillion is the cost of the Green New Deal and its associated policies. So they're proposing essentially a state government control of the entire economy. Central planning on a grand scale. Now, look, it's never worked. It's never worked. The old Soviet Union proved it won't work and it can't work. Nowadays, Venezuela is proving it again, as though we had forgotten. Now, some good news on this. A Fox poll, 57% favor capitalism, 25% favor socialism. That's good. That's good. We have something cooking. There was a guy on TV for many years, 15 years or so, who used to start every show by saying, free market capitalism is the best path to prosperity. I don't remember who he was, but he meant it. But we have to work hard. We have to work hard. The stakes are very, very high. Once again, help us to put socialism on trial and convict it. That is my mantra. You know, President Trump is providing leadership. He's kind of changed the whole psychology. I mean, we've gone from pessimism to optimism. Right there is a major change. He has ended the war on business. He has ended the war on energy. He has ended the war on success. In economic terms, you are now rewarded by the extra hour worked, for the extra investment, for the extra risk taken. One of the strongest parts of our economy, men and women, once again, starting and owning their own businesses because it pays to do so. As my pal Art Laffer and my mentor Art Laffer said years ago, if you tax something more, you get less of it. If you tax something less, you'll get more of it. Our socialist friends want to tax and regulate more of everything. We cannot permit that. Stop prosperity killers, stop job killers, stop incentive killers. And I'll just end on this note. We must not let government action run this country. I prefer human action, the actions of individual men and women. We prosper in America when we are allowed to use our God-given talents of creativity and ingenuity and inventiveness, and our gifts from God of faith and life. Socialism, government controls, government coercion, and all the rest will block out these God-given gifts. And if we let that happen, we will permit them to block out America's greatness. We have made great strides in a couple years. Now we have to build on that. So I'm here with just one simple ask. Please, join us to keep America great, and join us to put socialism on trial and then convict it.